Hi everyone. I just want to say good morning to everybody. This will be part 3 of 3. We may do 4, 5, 6, but give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Um, so today we've been talking about Great Britain and Swiss franc. Here it is. Yesterday, as soon as I left, I put my sell stop here. And it went in. I've not put a sell limit, so if you wanted to, this would be the time you put a sell limit in it and see if it hits it and goes down. But right now it's went through it and started going down. It may come back up and test this area. I don't know, but there's another little trick. If you pull this right about where that's at, let me go back a little bit. Always look at your history. Sometimes in stocks, you can tell it has come up and it's tested this area right here several times in the past. I tested it, and now it's tested again. So this may be its floor. It may go right back up and then come back down, or it may be the point it just keeps going, but I don't think it will be. I think it may test this area for a little bit, pull back up, may come back and test what we call the roof, the ceiling, and then continue back down. But this is usually indicated it's going to do a little pullback right in here. So let me show this. Whoops, I mean to make that screen disappear. So this is the same pattern. This is on a 1 minute, but if you look on the weekly, it's the weekly. So each one of these candles represents a week. So if you notice, this candle, these candles are all pretty same size. This one's pretty big. This one says, okay, this is enough. But then this candle forms, and pretty much everybody gets out. This one forms up here, and then it's a huge candle too. But then it's like the motivation just ends it. So the next candle should form and go down to, and I only do about halfway. It may go down, but it may take a couple weeks, maybe a month, because like I said, each one of these candles represents a week. So for this to go from here up, 1, 2, 3, there's 2 months right there. Well, this is another 3 or 4 months. So if you don't have enough money to cover the trade, or you're not making a lot of money off any trade, I'll probably stay at this until it hits my stop loss, and then I may get back in it, ride it again. But if you do not have enough money in your account to cover it, or you're not making enough money, like if the candles is just let me see if I can find one that's kind of what's my chart. Yeah, like if you was in this trade right in here and it's just kind of going around and around, and you're hoping, oh yeah, it's going to do something. It's going to, every day you stay in this trade. This is every hour. Let's see if I can do it today. Yeah, it ain't. But if this is an hour, I mean a day or something, every day you stay in this, your broker is charging you to stay in this trade. So if you're not making money, but you're making a little bit of money, you're thinking, oh, wow. But when you get out of that trade, your broker's going to take most of it. When you're in a demo trade, that it doesn't work that way. But if you're in a real trade, every day, every week, you're in that trade and you're staying in it, hoping to make more and more money. It winds up costing you more and more money. So this right here was a good example. It's great. But if I stay in it, it starts pulling back up to here. Since I got in it somewhere right in here, it pulls back up. I'm still making, like say a couple $100, and then it goes back down. And this is on a day, let's say, and it pulls back up and then goes back down. Or even on this hour, what if it pulls back up in here and then comes back down in the next 4 or 5 days, and then goes farther down. But every day I was in this trade, the broker cost me money. I mean, he's taking money out every day. And when you cash out, he'll cash out a lot of his earnings. So a lot of times it's best just to get, like right now, it looks like it's fixing to go back up. and I'll move my stop loss down to, if it does go back up, I'm out of the trade. And let me show you. We'll go back to the 1 hour one. So what happened yesterday, and I'll show you how to do a free trade. Yesterday when I first got in it, let me see if I can get my chart that doesn't have all this. When I first got in it, I've got in it right here. This is where I got in it. I cannot move that. You can't move it down, up or down. It won't let you do it. But my stop loss was right here. So if the trade did not go back up what it's supposed to do, I'd have been knocked out. Well, it cost me nothing. We never got in the trade. But since it broke through and comes down, and when these formed, I moved my stop loss to about right here under it. So basically, when I did that, it's called a free trade. I might have made money off of it. I may not have. Depends on your broker. Depends on your how much in it. Most time you move it down a little bit below it, you might make a couple dollars, or you free trade. So it's free trade. So now you're just in a free trade. It's like playing blackjack, but you have no money in it, nothing in it. It's free. You're just playing and learning. You can play the casinos all night long, playing the slot machines, and you get a bunch of free turns. Or you get your own slot machine. So then as it goes down, I move my stop loss down. So when it went probably right in here, I moved it right above this candle. So right here is this one. And that gave me a good indicator to go here. So that's where I moved my stop loss. So now if it went back up, I would have got out of the trade, but I still made all this money. So now it's coming down. So I'm probably going to move my stop loss a little bit farther down. And all you do is drag it. We'll probably move it right there. Just for the fact it's testing, it's probably going to come back up. I want to get out of the trade. If it comes back up, I'll put a sell limit right in here again. So when it does come and test this area, it'll hit it and then go back down. When it does, I'll be back in the trade, but might as well cash my money out now and run while I'm ahead. And that's where this comes in play. So you keep moving your stop loss. Never, always, can't stress this enough. When you start doing something, always have a stop loss, because this could push through this yesterday and then turn around and ran back up for some reason. And that goes back to them charts, the websites I keep telling you that the bank industry watches. I wish this website would be awesome if all that stuff would keep popping up and getting your way. Let's see what the people say. Yeah, so there's no percentage here, so nobody's doing it on this one. But if you take Europe and USD is one of the highest moving trades there is. So it makes a lot of money very fast, but you've got to watch this right here. So today being Friday, this is 58% of clients saying this is going to go short. So that means 58% people are betting it to go short. Now, if the bank comes in here, Bank of America, the central banks and stuff comes in here and they'll say 58% maybe worth their time, maybe not. But if they need to meet their quota, they'll push the market opposite way. These 58% of people just lost their money. But they usually block this being about 78, 80, 70%, 80%. So sometimes they'll let it keep going, or they'll help it go this way for an hour, 2 hours, and everybody say, oh my God, and then everybody starts jumping in it. That number changes to 70, 80%, then they'll push it the other way. And if y'all know what's going on with GameStop, that's what they did, and it hurt all these other people. Now they're mad, but that's what everybody does. And the rich people stays rich, and the common people can't do it because there's not enough people to push it the other way. So if a bunch of people got together on this currency and the bank seen this like 85% short, and the bank kind of pushes the other way and try to take money, and if everybody jumps in and pushes us back the other way, then the bank loses a ton of money, and then they're going to be mad and crying. But they pretty much have unlimited supply of money. And when they do, if everybody gets in it quick enough and pushes the other way and jumps out, then they'll keep the money. But the bank just picks up another $1 million they got laying around, or tens of billion, $100 billion, or $100 million, and push it the opposite way. So that's the sad thing about them. But that's what they do. So this is where this website comes in play. The guy's techniques, this is what he shows you how to trade on these. Now you can take these people's word for it and to go short, figure out why it's going to go short. But on this one, I will be leery, because this is the guy, the person. They have software just like this. See, that would be great if they didn't keep popping up in my way. But they have software like this, and they'll use it to their advantage. And see, this is their software, and this is what it looks like, and this is how they do it. They know. I mean, I have no clue why people think it's going to go short. I guess because it is. Now it's going up, looks like. That candle right there indicates it's not a good. It's moving back upwards, but then it looks like indecisive. But Europe, and you'll make a lot of money very fast. You can lose a lot of money very fast. But so be leery of these. This one, when I use it, when I first got into trading, this is one they always tell you to get into, but this is one of them I don't trade. If I do, I get in and get out, get in, get out, and don't stay in it more than 2 hours or so. I want to talk about this company, tripdeliver. I'm sorry, Trip Technology, also known as Trip Delivers, Trip Rides. This company will eventually go public. And when they do, it's going to be like Uber Eats, Lyft, DoorDash, Grubhub. It's going to be a company to get into. I heard it's going to go public soon. So if you can, it's not on here. I've done a look for it. It's not. You can't get in it yet. So it would be a company to look for, to get into stock and let it ride. The company is not fully grown yet, so it's got a lot. But when I mean a lot of room, it's got a lot of room to expand. So therefore, I believe once you get in it, the stock will keep going up and up and up and up and up. It's going to. I'll leave a link in the bio, but if you really look at the research of the company, it's going to be really good, because it's everybody does the exact same thing, and DoorDash, Uber Eats. This one company's coming in and doing something totally different, which helps everybody better. It helps the restaurants, helps the drivers, helps the consumers. So therefore, I believe it's going to be one that dominates the market. It's going to take a lot of business away from everybody else and brings it on it. So therefore, it would be a good investment. So years ago, I know a guy was, and this is what I'm talking about, the times to get into stuff. Back in the day, if you got into Uber or Lyft, it would have been a great time to get in and roll that one. And like cryptocurrency. There's a guy called me, and we was talking about doing it. And he was actually American, but he was stationed he was over in Taiwan, I think is where he was. But he was the first person that introduced me to cryptocurrency. And I think back then it wasn't even $1. I mean, and when he told me about it, I thought he lost his mind, because I thought there's no way that's going to take off. And now look at it. If I'd have bought $100 when it was less than $1, so I bought 100 shares, I'd have been a millionaire right now. I have bought into cryptocurrency because I kept hearing it, and then I seen where it was doing real good. And so, sometimes the opportunity knocks at the door, and people's eyes are not open. The guy was telling me this is going to be the new wave of stuff, and they already had it where in his company is where you can have it where you can actually use it as a payment to buy stuff right now, and they would exchange it over to, you know, whatever currency it was. So if I went to Mexico and had his product and somebody else had cryptocurrency, I could pay them with my crypto. Well, if he didn't have cryptocurrency, but I could pay him with my cryptocurrency, and the guy would change it over. This company would change it over to pesos, and that guy would got his money. Just no different than a credit card. And he's introduced me to that technology, wanted me to run with it. I kind of put it on the back burner. 3 or 4 years later, I think it was introduced to me again, and I think in another couple of years before I ever got in it. It was a long time before I got in it, but I finally got in it. Went down to, now it's way up again. So that's always a good thing. So this is a big company I'm talking about, and I'd like to give a shout out to FSMA, and you can't see my cup. FSMA and Clover. They sent me a cool Antarctic Zero. It's a pretty good cup. They also sent me a hat. It says Clover. They sent me a shirt, earbuds, so I can listen to NASCAR. Trying to think, there was a shirt, a mug, a hat, earbuds. Sound like there's something else. There's 4 or 5 things in that box they sent. So I really appreciate it. If you don't know what Clover is, I'll leave a link in it for you. Clover is to me, one of the best point of sale systems out there. Is the best point of sale systems out there. Just because of the technology it's got behind it. Also, it's because of the from when I read on it, it's got the technology behind it. I'm trying to think, and the security he has behind it. They use a whole different thing of security. So therefore, you've got the security. A lot of people use this, which is used to be FSMA is First Data. FSMA bought First Data last year. First Data, put it this way, if you're in the credit card industry, First Data, which now is FSMA, has their finger in everything. All your crypto, all your security that's on your credit card machine comes from First Data. They're a technology company more or less now. They still do other things, but they actually got this. FSMA is a very big company, very strong company. But yeah, they so anyways, the Clover has got one of these top. It's got the top line of the securities in it. I mean, everybody else uses their security to keep their security. So I really do like Clovers, and that's one reason. Right? Go back to technology company here, Trip Technology. I think they're going to be one of the strongest companies out there in the I don't know how you would pronounce that, the delivery business, the rideshare business. The rideshare business is what it is. I think they're going to be one of the strongest out there just because they've changed everything how it's always done, and it's going to be better for everybody. So that being said, I'm going to get off here. Going up to 20 minutes now. I can keep rambling on everything. So give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe to my channel, move it over, get someone else to help you out, and we'll keep doing this every day. We'll may make a part 3, 4, 5 on this one. So I hope everybody has a good weekend. We got another less than 11, let me think, 10 hours or more of this trade, and then we're in the weekend. It's going to be shut down. Be good.